What's going on, everybody? This is Al, and in the last Dynasty video, we took on Fresno State, and for those of you who watched it, the ending was craziness. Ended up having a couple of fumbles. I had a sort of a chance to kind of win in the end, but it was just a maddening ending to what was an entertaining game throughout. Kudos to Fresno State for shutting me out in the entire second half, as you can tell by the score, by the box score. It was just a tough game. But we got to move on. We're 6-2. Fresno State needs to lose one more conference game in order for us to win the conference championship. But that's out of our hands. We just have to get lucky there. Now, the day we're taking on Nevada, we got more talent than they do. Their defense looks pretty good. Their offense doesn't look good at all. So hopefully we can just outscore them today. They run a spread offense. I think it's a 3-4 defense, too. I have not scouted them. I've played them twice already this Dynasty. But hopefully we can just take care of business and get back on in the winning column. Now, because of that loss, that hurt us a little bit in recruiting. Brian Jackson just went with a soft verbal. He would have committed if I would have won. He may commit after the end of this game, so make sure you stay to the end of the video to see that. But as you see here, all we can do now is just wait for him to do something. It'd been nice to have him commit so we can use those points on somebody else. But now we're still down to, here's a guard that still can't get down to his final three yet. Here's another one still in his top five, just taking him forever. Halfback Sean McCargo, we're in good shape here. He just won't narrow his down to his top three. The same with this center. Corner, again, none of these guys are ready to take visits. And this defensive tackle, I've never seen this before. I mean, he still can't narrow down to even his top five. And we're like 3 games left in the season. He'll eventually make a decision. I'm not really sure when that's going to happen. But if you look at the rest of our schedule, we got Utah State, Buffalo, Georgia Tech, and that's the end of the season. We got 2 non-conference games at the back end of the season, which is kind of goofy, but it is what it is. Let's go to Sports Illustrated. Well, let's look at a few different things. The first thing I want to look at is the conference standings. I want to look at a few different things. First of all, let's check out our team info screen. Again, Washington's out for a while. Our backup defensive end is out for the rest of the year. Gronk played pretty well. He's doing good. Our receiving core is playing great. And, of course, our MVP of the season is doing everything he can on defense. Now, you look at Nevada. They got several guys out. They got a halfback, a wide receiver, a corner. And looking at, we just saw their stats earlier. Just offensively, they're not doing a whole lot. Looks like they have a wide receiver putting up good numbers, at least yards per game. And it looks like they got one defensive guy both leading in tackles and in sacks. They just got beat by Boise by 2 touchdowns. Now, while we're still here, we need to talk about the upcoming season. Now, as you all know, we are a 4-star program, as it shows right here. That means as long as we have another really good season, we should go up to a 5-star. I think we are ready to get invited to a bigger conference. The only option we're going to have is the Pac-10. That's the only conference that's close to us that's in the Power 5. We may have a chance with Washington State. They are a 3-star program. That's the only thing that worries me. They'll go down to a 2. But a lot of times they got to stay at a 2 for a little bit before they get bumped out. What I may do, if some of you don't get too upset about it, is I may force my way into this conference, meaning once the season is over with, I'm going to simulate the rest of the bowl season after our game, of course, and I'm going to keep simulating that until the Pac-10 accepts us, because I'm ready to move on to the Pac-10. I know you are too. No offense to the WAC, but I think we are more than ready to move on to greener pastures. So hopefully that's going to work out, and we'll replace Washington State and head into the Pac-10 and head into the next half of this dynasty, which I can't wait to get into, but we got to get into the Pac-10 in order for us to really enjoy this thing. Okay, I think we're ready to go ahead and take on the Wolfpack. There's nothing else I need to see. Let's go with our all-green look. We haven't used that in a while. So fingers crossed, I'm really hoping we do get an invite to the Pac-10. If not, I'll try to force it. And if that doesn't work, then we may just be stuck in the whack. I don't know. That's the one you have no control over. You can only do what you can do, but you got to have a terrible team for that other conference to get dropped out first. Okay, looks like we're going to have some decent weather.
I'm Brad Nessler, joined by the coach, Lee Corso, and the quarterback, Kirk Herbstreit.
Not a very big crowd.
The mercury will stay low today in this game between the Hawaii Warriors.
Going to be kind of cold. You're going to see some longer sleeves on today. 4-way tie for the conference, but again, none of that really matters. We still need Fresno State to lose one game in order for us to have a chance.
The Warriors come out like they're just going to roll over this team. What do you think about that, Herbie?
Hawaii comes into this football game led by their quarterback, and he's
Gronk is having a pretty good season, as you can tell by the stat line. One thing I need to do, I got to take some notes on a couple things. We're going to talk about our depth chart here in a minute. Okay, let's go to the coin toss first. They won it, and they will kick it first. So we're going to get the ball, start the game. Now, let's go to our depth chart. We don't look at this too often other than like our first part of the season. We're good here. Gronk is playing great, all that good stuff. Scruggs, Larson, I like where everything's set up there. I think it's a good idea to do this every couple of games. You probably need a good idea to do this every game, especially if you got somebody that's struggling at a certain position. Our main 4 receivers, they're doing their part there. The biggest thing I was wanting to look at was our free safety situation. I had to bench Miller in the last game. But you look at our center position, I have Harmon as our starter because he's got higher awareness, which I'm pretty sure links to high snaps. The better the awareness, the lower amount of snaps, and I haven't been seeing as many. I still see a couple here and there, but he's the reason why I start him. I'm just looking here like I could easily start. Let me look at my left tackle. It's McCray. It comes down to, I think that's a good idea to keep him there. Of course, him or the backup left tackle could be my starter, but let's just look and see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, I think I'm making the right choice at right tackle. He's got the better run and pass blocking. This guy's a true freshman. He's got the better blocking skills, but his awareness, it's kind of a big deal for me, and it just isn't where it needs to be compared to Alsoon. And he's a little bit bigger than Lumpkin, too. So I don't mind leaving that as is for now, unless I just keep seeing my right tackle get beat all the time. Let's look at our defensive end, right end. I'm okay there. I have Purcell at my number 3 just because he's so small. He's like my 4-down lineman guy. We are in good shape here now. Doherty, Jasmine, both of them play, especially when we do 3-4 type stuff. I'm okay with all of that. I just want to get to, let me just make sure. We're weak at corner. It's a big drop-off after the first couple. I have Moss as my nickel just in case I blitz from that position. Here's what I was talking about. Miller, Berry, and Peoples. Now, Peoples will not play because he's too slow. I think I'm going to go ahead and start Berry. I got to write down this note because I forgot to do this outside of the game. I'm going to put Berry free safety. And it's going to be his going forward. Redshirt freshman. No offense to Miller, but he's just really struggled the last couple games. I've really noticed he's just can't get the job done back there for whatever reason. So we're going to make that adjustment. Everything else looks fine to me. So let's go ahead and check out Nevada's depth chart. Starting quarterback, 70 speeds. I'm not too worried about that. Their top halfback is out. That's very fortunate for us, and it's a big drop-off behind them. Him, I should say. Decent fullback. He won't do much today, though. Impact wide receiver, so I'm guessing they're going to throw a little bit more than usual. Tight end, nothing special. Looking at their offensive line, not the best in the world. Everybody's in the upper 70s or worse. Like I said, I think they run a 3-4. I should have checked that earlier. They got several defensive tackles, so they may be running a 4-3. But they have 2 impact middle linebackers. That is interesting. We may stay away from the middle of the field some today because of that. I'm assuming both of them will be on the field all day. Nothing at right outside linebacker. Their top, well, he's not their top corner. Their number 2 guy technically is. But it's a big drop off at corner, so we should be able to take advantage of some of this stuff right here. Free safety, not good at all. We may be able to attack this guy. Nothing special, a strong safety. If you remember, they don't have a whole lot of talent on defense outside their two middle linebackers. But their stat line, from what we saw earlier, looked pretty stout. So who knows? So let's just try to play good, clean football, win today, and get one step closer to bigger and better things. Let's see if Davis can start off with a good play. Nope, not much blocking there. We're on the left hash. I gotta stop. Hold on. I'm having a hard time. There we go. When you got 18,000 cords coming out of your PC, it's gonna be tough. So what I was going to do is go here. I need to make my one adjustment right there. We can start here. We'll start off with tight end delay. We're going zone 4-3. We'll hot route Davis just so we can give Ferguson some room here. Pick up about 6. Not bad. 2nd and 5. We can go curls. Zone and nickel. I'll hot route G. Mullen to a slant just in case. Terrible throw. Terrible throw, but we're going to get some yards out of this. Thankfully, the bad throw caused him to get blocked. One of the defenders get blocked right there by Davis. Ended up being a great play. We'll take that. So we're still in the left hash. We can go back. Here, I want to go to halfback angle. They're going man. We'll probably go to somebody on the right, either G. Mullen or Rackley. I don't think he can get under it. Dang it. Ah, dang it. That was just all my fault. I should have let him handle it. I couldn't get around the guy. I got out of order, out of spot right there. That's just my fault. Well, that's not the start you want. We'll try to overcome that. Halfback draw out of the gate. Easy gain there. Perfect play call against that defense. I'm going to call another zone blitz. I think they like to run the ball more than pass, but let's see if they could stick with that. Face mask, I swear. Man, we're just off to a terrible start. First and 15-yarder. We'll go quarters out of nickel.
You gotta drop your hand real quickly or they'll give you a personal foul every time.
Going 5 wide. Easy gain there for about 6 yards. Let's do quarters out of 3-4.
2nd and 4. Ball on the 44-yard line. Nevada comes out with 2 tight ends. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's looking. He'll dump this.
That should have been intercepted. Man, we could have used that. Good defense, though. So it's 3rd and 4. I'll go Cloud. We need to stop here in the worst way.
And this is the 5th play of the current drive. Linebackers move over. Drops back to pass. He steps up. Here they come. He wants the long ball.
Good defense. I scared me half the day. I thought I was going to goof up there, but we got to stop, so we're going to get the ball back. Try not to goof up this time. They got a lefty punter. I'm going to just fair catch that. We're kind of in the middle of the field, so we can try a deep cross up. We're going zone. We can try to attack that strong safety, maybe. Crap. Whew. Almost got a safety. Their defensive end done a great job on me, but I was able to get it off just in time. Take him however you can. Let's go curl read. We're going man. We will make that adjustment. See if Rankley can go over the top. They're going to do a lot of cover zero on us today. Let's see if Rankley can make a play. Just can't get it down. Bring it down, I should say. So the deep ball is not working well just yet. We can hot route Rankley again because I prefer him to be the deep ball guy than anybody else. Get some yards there, so it's what, 3rd and 4? 3rd and 2. We can go back to curls. Last time this did not work well. I mean, it ended up getting a big game, but ended up being a bad throw. I swear. I'm going to go for it. It's 4th and 1. I'm going to go for it. I just knew we was going to get short on that. Hopefully Ferguson can make a play right here.
Number 9 lines up with 5 wide out. He's looking. Throws this one out to the left. Got it to the senior.
Get a big gain there. I threw that way too light. I don't know what happened there. We are still on the left hash. We can go back to tight end delay. We're going man this time. 4-3. I may leave it all as is. We can bring Ferguson over. That was risky. Get a block right there. Oh, man, I was hoping he was going to get a block. That's a good play, though. That's great defense. You couldn't play better defense on that one. Just couldn't get there enough. I was not expecting him to come down like that. That's safety. So we're on the 9-yard line. We can go... Let's go slot corners. Zone nickel. Not a whole lot there. We're on the what? On the 6. They may go goal line on us here, and they're going to. Wasn't expecting that. Just terrible. Just no blocking. Awful. So we need like 12 yards. I don't know if we can get it. Let's go. I don't need to do anything crazy. Let's go halfback out. They're going zone dime. Nice. Whew, just enough. Okay. Well, we got our original touchdown back off that first drive. Ended up being a great throw by Gronk. Thankfully, they went cover 2. Otherwise, I was going to have to go down to my halfback, and we was going to have to kick a field goal. Good deal. So let's kick an extra point. And I will kick it like normal until we give up a kickoff return for a touchdown. It's probably going to happen. Our kickoff defense has been so bad this year. But we'll see if we can do a better job. I want to give them harder field position to what we're used to giving them. Good stop there. They're on their 20. They're doing that. I'm going to do with a cover 3 out of 3-4.
They'll start this drive at the 21-yard line. The Wolfpack set up in the gun. They'll throw on first down.
Big play right there. 6 points. I sat right in front of it. We'll take it. I was just waiting for anybody to come in my direction. He threw it right towards me. That's not a very good angle. We can look at it here. If I can get to it quickly enough. I'm just sitting on it. I got 3 guys in front of me. Just waiting for one of them to get kind of close. And they ran a little dig route with that guy right there. And I guess he just didn't see me. Good deal. Good touchdown. That's a way to overcome the bad start. 2 quick scores. I threw a play at him that I normally don't call.
With just over a minute to go in the first
A
quarter.
cover 3 blitz.
Hawaii, 14
Super rare for me to do that, but I'm going to do a lot more. You know, we're going full-blown 3-4 next season. Now that I got the roster to do it.
short kickoff.
That's going out of bounds. Terrible kick.
Here's the call from
And no different than that high snap or high kick we would have done.
Legal procedure on the kicking team. The ball will be spotted at the 35.
The kick out of bounds will set him up with good field position.
Let's go. Let's do this crash 2. We're going to send 6 guys this time.
Nevada.
We're going to do this.
Here.
I'm going to flip it. Hopefully they don't run to the right.
They'll throw on first down.
Nope, I can't get over there.
Down the middle. And he
Good defense there. I knew I couldn't get the sack, so I just backed out in coverage.
The tight end's hands are all torn up and his knuckles are swollen from blocking every day in practice.
We can try a crash 2 from 4-3 this time.
that, coach. Nowadays, tight ends got to be able to do more than just block. He should have caught that ball.
the linebackers shift over a little.
Let's see if I can get to him.
Here comes the pressure.
There we go.
Down he goes.
I thought they actually ran the ball. It threw me off a little bit. So 3rd and 18. We'll go Cloud.
It looks like this defense has put up some very impressive numbers thus far.
I'll tell you why.
I'm going to see if I go to the outside of this tackle.
Tackle well. That combination means one thing for the offenses. Nightmare.
Lee, they've been playing great football all year. You're lucky if you can even get
I couldn't get to him in time.
let alone find the end zone.
All right, good defense. We're going to get the ball back.
Failed to convert for the first down.
We can go with a double cross. We may be able to get a decent return depending on the kick.
And it wins football games for you.
Let's get the ball back. Let's have a nice clean drive. And we can go up 3 scores. I like this little stadium.
Dooley.
It's quaint.
It's a good one. Davis
We'll fair catch that one. That guy's going to tackle me.
in at the 22-yard
We're back on the left hash. I want to go.
How aggressive they are. They were able to get a pick the last time.
We're going to go double wide receiver screen.
When they smell
We're going zone, so we'll go to the guy on the right.
Easy, coach. You're getting excited.
Hey, that's right, sweetheart. I'm always excited.
fires it quickly. And it's caught.
Get a few yards, not a whole lot.
About 3.
I'm going to do another screen because it's on my mind.
Second and
And that's the end of the quarter. I don't think I'm going to get this off. Yeah, I'm going to let the play go. Okay, end of the first quarter. We're up 2 scores. I'm okay with that.
a long ways yet to go. But at the end of
What I do want to do is I'm going to pick another play.
Nevada, nothing.
Let's go back to curl read.
Coming up here.
And we're going zone dime. I think I'm going to run this one.
Hawaii goes with the ace set
I
here.
guess we're going to go right.
Scruggs gets the call. He's into the open field. Great step.
Fumble, fumble. Ooh, very lucky. You just got to get lucky in that situation. You go back and look at this.
Back with the ball on the ground, but the offense
That was a face mask, but their impact linebacker right here. That's a face mask. I guess maybe they don't call it a face mask. That's a good play, though, by the defender, I guess. We're just very fortunate that the ball bounced. How in the world that ball did not get picked up by a Nevada player, I have no clue. Mullen somehow picked it up. That's, like I said, you take them wherever you can. Let's go tight end streaks. They're going man.
on their own 46.
We'll just go over to Davis here. Give him more room.
Wants to throw outside.
There we go. Should be 6 points. He dove for the
Side of the 30.
SWAT,
And he will score.
so we'll take that. Good deal.
Made a great catch for the score.
Actually, I'm even more impressed with
That's one of the advantages of those out routes. Every now and then you'll see that defender try to go for a SWAT, and that obviously didn't work, and then you can just score your touchdown afterwards. One thing I wanted to say, we may have a good thumbnail. I was thinking about doing a thumbnail like right here. That'd be pretty cool. Something like that. Let's kick an extra point. Let's see if we can wear this team out this entire half. That way we can play our second string. This is a terrible kick. We're going to go in, though.
Tacks on the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary.
It's good to see things go in our direction compared to what happened last game.
Hawaii is ready to kick it away.
That is,
Kicks it off.
at least it's not going to the impact guy. I'm going to stay back. I'll play safety. I normally don't do it this.
There's a missed tackle.
I know I'm not fast enough as a punter or as a kicker to make a play back there, but... All right, let's go quarters out of nickel.
Nickel defense.
They like going 5 wide a lot. Looks like both teams have been using it quite a bit so far.
He drops back. Short toss.
Ooh.
And it's caught. Doherty.
They was going to go mesh right there.
Pass there, and they
Picked
get
up a
him out of the
few.
game.
There's nothing wrong with nickel and diming them down the field.
I'm going to do quarters out of 3-4.
Second down and 5.
We're going to spread out our
32. Number 14 with 3 wide receivers.
linebackers. We're going to push them over to the right. Everybody and their brothers on the right side. So I
Back to pass.
don't have too much responsibility over here. That's good defense. It wasn't the best throw in the world.
Catching that pass.
So it's 3rd and 5. We'll go back to Cloud.
And he threw it in there anyway.
Third and 5 coming up. Ball on the 32-yard line. The Wolfpack.
Let's see if I can make a play on this right tackle again.
Uh-oh, high snap.
Nope, ain't going to happen. Good defense, though. He had all day to throw.
Corner got in there and broke that one up.
Just couldn't get anything going. So we're going to get the ball back. I'd like to get back on offense and do some more damage.
They line up to punt this one away.
At one point, Nevada was like at the top of the conference standings, and something's happened the last few weeks.
Davis.
Can we get past this guy?
They're ready to start another drive.
We're back on the left hash.
Results of the last one, which ended
I want to go back here to the play where we threw an interception. Let's go halfback ankle. They're going man again, so we're going to go either the G Mullen or to Rackley on the right.
the Warriors.
What I can do is switch their roles, do something like this.
Drops back to pass. He's looking. Throws down the middle. It falls in.
Just overthrew it a bit.
His man too.
It's 2nd and 10.
Next time,
We can stay here.
something off of it.
We can go back to tight end delay.
So it's second
We're going man, 4-3.
yard line.
They're coming down. I'm going to do this. I think this is going to go to Rackley. I think they're bringing both safeties. And they are.
Looks. He steps up. He
He should get this one. I dropped it.
complete. No catch that time, and he is
He's having a bad day. That's 2 drops from him.
Because man, they could get hurt.
3rd and 10. They're going man here.
on the 39.
And they're bringing him down. They're doing that. Let's do something like, it's not going to work. Let's see what happens.
Back to pass. Looking. Let's it go.
They went cover 0 again. Let's see if Davis can bring it down. What's going on?
Oh, he could have had a big
How many drops are there in the deep balls today?
One get away from his vision just for a split second.
Let's punt it. Every single one of them has been a drop, and I don't know why.
the Warriors.
I'm going to high kick this one. I don't want this guy to make a big play on us.
Boots it way up.
They're going to get decent field position, but
Signals for a fair catch, and they make the fair catch.
I don't want him to get an easy score.
You guys remember what this offense did the last time they had the ball?
They have the ball before?
Exactly.
Well, they're just telling us to throw deep.
Slow-mo
The problem is we can't convert.
The Wolfpack.
My receivers don't want to catch the ball today.
They'll throw on first down.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
The pass was right there, just couldn't be controlled.
Just tied in some more passes in practice. He needs all the
Let's do that cover 3 again.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 32. Ace backfield.
I'll control him. That's a wide split by that defensive end. It still didn't work.
Complete.
Pick up the first down.
Down.
way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed some great
We'll go quarters out of nickel.
and a first down.
If anyone can force a turnover right now, then it's the man at linebacker.
I got a lot of action on my side of the field.
They'll throw on first down. He's looking. He goes.
Uh-oh, make a play, somebody. Nope, he's going to get that.
And he got it. The wideout makes a big catch there.
Well, so much for my free safety playing it well.
Just want to get the ball in his hands.
He got beat. Everybody got beat on that one.
That was a tremendous throw by the kid.
I swear.
Don't forget about the guys slinging the ball all over the field.
So for those of you who think the deep ball is cheese, well, it's not working for me today, that's for sure. It's been, 0 for 4 on all of them for me. 1 for 1 for them.
And he hits the PAT. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
Thankfully, we got a 2-score lead. We just need to execute better.
Ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off.
I'll let that one go. Not a big fan of where we're located.
Down for a touchback. The defense did a nice job of shutting down this
We could try deep cross up again. Zone dime. Not a big fan of that guy moving over there.
lines up in a bunch formation.
Looks like I got some room though. Terrible throw. Ooh, perfect throw. I thought he short armed it.
Now that was a good-looking play. The quarterback
Good play there.
could get it, and now
We can go back to triangle.
What I like is the faith that this quarterback
Zone dime.
He's not afraid to throw it down.
I'm a.
The Warriors come out in the
I think we're going to run this.
on the ground up the middle.
Let's pick up the first with Scruggs.
Big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy
We can go back to Curl Reed.
blocks and accelerating.
Man. Let's see who's against who.
On the 42-yard line.
I'm going to give Rankley another shot if they go cover 0.
9 with 4 wide receivers. He drops back down the middle. Got it to his
They went cover 1.
What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great
It's 2nd and 1.
quarterback seeing the whole field and finding
I'll go back to deep cross up. They keep giving it to us.
2nd and 1.
This has been one of the few good plays we've been able to execute consistently.
Lines up in the shotgun.
High snap does not help.
Looking. Short toss.
Had to get that one off. Yeah, defensive end done a good job around that right tackle. Oh, there should have been a flag. Gronk is still alive, I'm assuming. Let's go halfback out.
It's 1st and 10.
Zone nickel.
Play of this drive.
I'll probably play this safe and give this to Larson.
Drops back to pass. He's looking. Throw short.
Good throw there.
Knocked out of bounds.
Pick up 8.
That's a gain of 8.
2nd and 2. Let's go back to zig outs out of 5 wide. They're going man here. They're blitzing, I think, everybody. I'm going to bring him down just in case. Nope, they're going to go 1 high.
In the zone and really feeling it out there. Complete.
Good play. Good play. I did not do anything here. I held on to the pass button to go to Ferguson. I let the CPU handle him after he caught the ball. I'm not going to get too crazy here. Let's just run the ball.
And we take a quick look at the stats from
Zone 4-3.
brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone.
Not too worried about the clock or anything.
Number 9 is the impact player, and he's feeling it right
Curl in to get the touchdown. So we got that touchdown back.
That's what happens when you can win the war in the trenches down near the goal line.
They got 2 minutes left. So as you can tell, they can score on us. That last drive was pretty easy for them. Their quarterback is just going to have to really outperform
Tax on the extra point. So with less
than usual today in order for them to have a chance against us.
Nevada,
I'd like to think that last score they had was a fluke.
Hawaii, ready to kick this one off. Tatum and McCoy deep to return.
I'm going to kick it over here again. That may go back to the center.
Kicks it off.
Nope, it's going over there. That's good. Let's stay back. Nope.
Fields it at the 2.
I have to get around him. That's good defense all around.
Ready for the first play of this drive. They move
Now, I do need to pay attention to the clock. If we can get the ball back before half, that'd be great because Nevada
line, only 1 man.
gets the ball start of the 3rd quarter. Halfback read, that's not going to go anywhere.
And down he goes. Nevada.
And they're calling their own timeout, which is fine by me. We'll call this same play.
So it's 2nd and 10.
Quarters out of 3-4.
The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation.
I'm going to have to control him.
Play action. Throws this one out to the left.
It's good defense there. 3rd and 4. I don't know what they're going to call here.
For 6 yards.
Let's do 4-3 quarters.
It's 3rd down.
I could see him running it maybe.
The 24-yard line. The Wolfpack come out in the ace formation.
And looks like they may run clock. I don't mind if they do that. If we can get a stop here, that should give us plenty of time to do something with all 3 timeouts. Unless I end up having to use one right here.
Back to pass. Short toss.
Big play. Huge play. Huge. Huge. Good job, Al. That made all the difference right there. I was able to get a hand up, swat it to my corner for him to scoop it up and score. That's a big play. I want to see if I can get a good thumbnail there. a good tip. I wanted to get it right. I want to get something like right here will be really good. I can use something right there. Pretty good. All right. Now the floodgates have opened. At minute 16, I still would like to try to get the ball back. I didn't even have to use a timeout either, so I got all three.
And he hits the PAT. So with just over
That goes to show you, if you can swat the ball, you can still get it intercepted.
Nevada, 7.
If it gets swatted to the right person. This is going to go to the impact guy, so I got to get over here.
McCoy fields it at the 3.
It's a good stop there. It still gets it out to the 34. Minute 12. We're going to keep it basic and stick with quarters because I don't know what they're going to do here. They may try to run out the clock.
Defensive backs moving in closer.
But again, they may try to go for this. Let's see. Going to play action.
Ball. No, they faked it. He's going right.
I had to go all the way across the field to make the play. Now they're going to go no huddle. Nope, they're not going to. Okay, it's fine by me. We'll go quarters from here.
It's second down and 1 to go. Ball on the 43.
They got a ton of time, so
5 receivers. He drops back with the throw. And it's
that was a good hit. But it picks up the first.
takes a timeout.
Going timeout there. Let's go secondary. We'll stick with quarters and a nickel.
First and 10. Ball right around midfield. They come out with a big set.
I thought they said they was going 3 wide. I may have misread that.
Drops back to pass. Steps up. Across
Good defense, Al.
his tip. Poor decision.
Second and 10.
Into such tight coverage.
I'm going to take a chance on a zone blitz. This may be a bad idea, but
Second down and 10 to go.
with the score as is, I don't think it matters too much.
Single set backfield.
That's a good pickup on the blitz.
Batted ball.
Good defense. Somebody got a hand on it. Third and 10.
Use anything they can to get in the way of a pass.
If we can get a stop here, maybe get the ball back, I might be able to do something with it.
9-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers.
I may have to cut in on this guy. Depending on what that halfback does.
Back to pass. He steps up. Looks.
Oh, I couldn't get around. Oh, that's a good throw. Ooh, even better defense.
Incomplete.
All right, that's a good stop. I'm going to try to score one more time before we get to half. That's going to be kind of tough, but I got all 3 timeouts. I'm going to have to get vertical.
Doolin back to punt.
We may have to do more. Ooh, almost blocked it. Super close. We'll fair catch it here.
He hauls it in at the
Oh, that was so close.
Thanks to some nice passing on the last drive, the offense was able to take it down the field.
I have no choice but to get vertical. Let's try something. We're going to go man.
The question is,
I'm going to have 3 guys go vertical, technically 4.
Warriors come out in a shotgun. They'll throw on first down. He's looking deep down the left side.
Huge play. Finally got one to convert.
They tackle
Let's call a timeout.
He calls a timeout.
I threw it kind of hard just so that safety couldn't get over there in time. He got close. On the 31, let's go. We can stay here. Let's go tight end delay.
It's first
They're going man. I'm kind of glad they're doing that. They're going 4-3-2. I hope they go cover 0.
with 3 wide.
And they're going to.
First down. He's going long.
Make a play, Davis.
He gets
Call another timeout.
a big one.
We got 1 left. I'm going to go backfield. I'm going to just punch this thing in again.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the
If we don't convert here, I may just go for the field goal or something, be done with it.
matters the most. Another trip to the red zone.
Ah,
And a touchdown.
we'll take it.
Touchdown, Hawaii.
All right, good deal. So now we can bench. I'm going to bench at least the first team offense. The problem is I don't have enough offensive linemen, so I got to do it manually. We'll do that at halftime. It's good to see our offense get going today because we struggled mightily against Fresno State in that second half. Didn't even get 1 touchdown in the second half, and we've already up
Down to just a few seconds.
6 touchdowns, but of course a couple of those are defensive related.
Nevada 7. Jackson is lined up to kick this one off.
Little payback. I mean, no offense to Nevada, but they got the brunt of us being pretty upset over that last game.
Great kick.
That's what a kick's supposed to look like right there.
Fields it in the end zone. The offense comes
15 seconds. I'm guessing they're going to run this thing out.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered.
We'll go right here.
You have to give credit to this defense. They tightened
We'll bring our corners up.
They're going to look to do the same here.
makes a move. And they make the stop. A gain of 6.
Yep, let that clock roll. All right, you couldn't ask for a better half.
2nd and 4 coming up here.
Almost 400 yards of offense in the first half. Not bad.
The Wolfpack come to the line with their jumbo package. And it's been total.
So let's look at some stats. 356 yards total offense. We were picky about where we run, which is normal for our offense. But 18 of 23. Gronk is playing great. He hasn't thrown really many bad passes. A lot of it was drop balls on the deep balls and such. But he's played great so far. 330 yards through the air. Our third down is not the best in the world, but thankfully theirs has been awful today. Turnovers. 2 scoops and scores, more or less, off the interceptions. Went our direction. So let's go ahead and I have to, again, manually. We're down on offensive linemen, so I can't do the easy mass sub. So we're going to put Brennan in. You're going to see a lot of Colt Brennan today. We're going to put Cox right there. Wide receiver. We could put Best there. I'm trying to think Ferguson. I don't mind him coming out. Davis, we could put Oglevie right there. That should be good enough. Left tackle, we can put Steinhoff. We could put Newsom. We could put Johnson in. Right guard, Latuli. And, yeah, it's right tackles where we're weak on. Let me make sure. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we got enough bodies there. Maybe it's on defense. I don't remember. I need to know my own roster a little bit better. We'll put Lumpkin there. And later on, maybe after... No, let's just go ahead and play this smart. Let's just do mass subs for the second team defense as well. Now I know I got plenty of bodies over there. We don't need anybody else hurt. We got too many important games coming up. We can't lose another conference game.
And now we'll see the offense come out of the field for their next possession.
They'll probably score on us pretty easily.
At the 23-yard line. Number 14 is back in the gun, looking. He's under some heat.
That's interference. I felt that one. Ran right into the guy. I'm sure they'll blame that one on me.
On the defense.
I guess that's who I was controlling. I don't remember.
Spot foul. First down.
The defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is...
I'll stay in the 3-4. I should have enough bodies to do everything at the 3-4. It looks like we're a little weak at
Nevada lines up with 3 receivers.
left end.
He drops back. Wants to throw outside. And they
Thankfully, he overthrew that one. So the quarterback play hasn't been the best.
Too many 7-foot guys played football, so maybe...
They had the one really good throw
Number 14.
over the top, and that was it. Urgh. That's a easy decision there to run up the gut.
And we got an injured player on the field.
And Purcell is out.
Hurt his arm on that play.
Now, I feel even better about putting my second string in. We got guys getting hurt. Let's do this cover 3 max. See what happens. I'll control a defensive tackle. Or a defensive end. Let's see. Let's do that.
Nevada comes to the line. Only one man in the backfield. Down the middle.
Intercept that.
It's tipped. It falls.
Good defense. I don't know who made the play. Was it my free safety?
This one, all right. If no one's open,
Good job by my free safety.
tucking it in and trying to...
Oh, that's Miller. He's my backup. I forgot I got my second string in there.
So it's 2nd and 10.
Oh, what a mess.
43. The defense comes up tight on the coverage.
Do our over front. I think with the 3-4 quarters, I prefer to do the over front with the linebackers as opposed to defensive line. Play action.
Ball. No, they faked it. He's rolling right. Going deep. Batted ball.
Oh, you got to be kidding. He tipped it to him.
I can hear the defense yelling run all the way up here. Boy, did they fall for that one or what?
My safeties, especially a free safety, that Miller just... I guess you couldn't have played it any better, but I don't know. What do you do? Well, I'm going to try to run a bunch of clock. Hopefully they don't get too close to, you know, close to our score, to where I have to put the first string back in. I really don't want to do that.
Take a look at the Pontiac Drive Summer. And remember, the good folks at Pontiac has been bringing you
I'd love to add a little bit more run and shoot, like more switch. That's the next step in the offense next season. My offensive line should be better. I'm going to add more switch. That's like a true run and shoot staple. Get a block right there. Good block. Left hash.
let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports.
Let's go curl flats from under center.
They'll set up
They're going man. With hot routes, we can do something like this.
pack. Bring in their dime package. Brennan on first down. He's going right.
Don't know who that was going to, but he stopped. I think my receiver stopped. That's one thing with the hot route of the out route, hot route, I should say. If you don't throw it in time, he'll stop it. So you got to throw a little quicker. We'll go tight end delay.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 20.
After going zone, we can do something like this.
For the shotgun set. Drops back to pass. He's looking. He gets rid of it. Complete. And he's tackled.
Middle of the field was open, so that's where I went.
Yeah, and in my opinion,
3rd and 2. Let's do curls.
against this defense.
And I hope this doesn't mess me up.
Ball on their own 30.
Or this flat route has not gone well for us today.
The Warriors line up with 4 wideouts.
I'm going to let that clock roll, though. So this next half may be kind of boring, but at least you get to see some new faces out here, especially Colt.
Brennan will throw for it. He fires left side. And it's caught.
Good play to Bass. Good throw. So the flat route, it works, you know, some of the time. We are still on the left hash. Let's go. Halfback angle.
It's 1st and 10.
Calling man on this one. Good to see Purcell come back. I can leave it as is. The clock is still going, so I'm going to let it do so. There's just no need for us to run down the field and score quickly. So now I know I could probably do the simple mass subs going forward.
Drops back on 1st down. He's going
Let's see if G. Mullen can make a play here. Much better. Much better.
That was a big time play and a new set.
No, Nevada, how many times have they went cover 0 on us today?
It's pretty common to see a run on
A ton.
2nd down, but this offense is
Let's go slot screen. We haven't called this today. They're going zone.
within the red.
I may just run the ball. So that's what we're going to do.
When performance matters.
Let's just run the ball. I'm going to run
So their last
to the left. I think I'm going to leave it as is. If I move somebody from the right over to the left, that impact linebacker will do the same. So we'll see if we can find a crease somewhere on the left for Larson. Nope. Good defense. Just nothing there.
And he's going to lose yards on this one. Excellent
We can go back.
defense that time as they swallowed him up before he got
The slot screen.
More like they devoured
We're going man here.
clean.
on the 12, and they can
So what I may do is for... Let's see if Oakley can make this play. I'm going to go to him. Do a little quick out route. I got to be careful. I don't get demolished here.
as he works from the gun. He's going left.
Just dropped it.
It's dropped by the wideout.
3rd and 11. I'm going to go corners. It's on my mind.
The offense
We're going man dime.
down as they line it up.
When I want to try, Cox looks like a monster at halfback. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Rackley.
Brennan drops back to pass. He tosses
Or not. Just terrible throw. He was wide open, too. That's a good man beater. That shallow on the right side, for whatever reason. It's just a little... It gets more open than the guy over here, as you can tell. Wide open. It was going to be a touchdown because he was going to run right on in, but just a bad throw. So we will... Let's kick a field goal. It's a shame I didn't get the run more clock there. Let's get some points if we can.
flags are all over the place.
I'll start.
Dead. call him for a false start.
Yep, you got it. He just jumped a little bit too soon.
If it was fourth and shorter than the 16, I would have thought about going for it. But let's see if we could just get the 3 points. Go about right here. Should be a perfect kick. Good deal.
He got it. Time to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
45-14.
Pontiac has been bringing you
Get some of those points back.
since 1926. Hawaii to kick.
This is going right to that impact guy again. I hit the button too early.
McCoy fields it at the 3. Juke move. Breaks one.
Good stop there, though. Good coverage today on special teams.
Again, in their last drive, they moved the ball very well, especially through the air. On their
We'll
way
do quarters again out of 3-4.
come out in the ace formation.
Play action.
Play fake. Throws down the
Big play, Al. Good job.
by the linebacker. Kirk, any
He ran the dig. That was the only guy I had to defend.
About making mental mistakes out there, and that interception was another.
Don't think I've ever seen that celebration before, but I saw the dig coming. So we are back in the middle of the field again. Let's go. Let's do double wide receiver screen. We're going man, so I'm excited about this. Let's see if we can get something going on the left.
from the gun. Brennan back to pass. Wants to
Get a block. Get a block. Get a block. Looks like we're not going to need it. Good job by Oakley.
down.
Good play call to pick up the first.
Good makeup from that drop from earlier.
Execute the screen pass.
Yep, the quarterback.
Left hash.
Everyone did a good job.
I want to,
Doesn't get much better than that.
am I missing anything? Let's do wide receiver under. Haven't called this in forever.
Turns up when
They're
in
going man nickel.
And that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. They're in the red
I'm going
zone.
to bring him over.
And they came away with only a field goal.
This is going to go to Bess. The clock's still going.
Brennan steps back to pass. Looks, throws it to the outside.
Good throw
And they make the stop.
by Colt.
Defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It
We're going to go slot screen.
wasn't the offense just
I'm going to hurry this up just because they're going to bring everybody over.
The Warriors.
Because they're going man. Or
Way to look it in. That's a loss of 4 yards.
just thwart it. We're on the 6 from there. Let's just run the ball. Zone nickel. We'll go to the right.
Hawaii goes with the ace set here.
Let that clock roll. Yeah, Cox looks like a mammoth beast. And good defense by the linebacker.
If anything on that run.
3rd and 5. I'm going to try. They may go goal line on this. I'm going to go curl read. They're not going to. Okay, they're going man. We're going to go to Oakley. Oakley's going to get his field today.
The Warriors line up with 4 wide
I
out.
don't know if we can get the first down. We may need to. Ooh. Let's do an out. I think we got a better chance of getting a touchdown with this.
Brennan set to go to the air. Fires to
Good deal. Good for him. 6 points.
gets it. It's a touchdown. That was a sharp
That's his first and probably only touchdown of his career.
This kid is going to do some damage. His pocket presence.
Ended up being a good enough throw.
He's got a good arm.
What I'm impressed with is the guy's decision making.
One thing I should do eventually is get Colt. Give him a thumbnail opportunity. I like how he's... That's an interesting thumbnail right there. There he goes. A little bit better throw. Or if he finally opens up his eyes when he throws it. Always keep your eyes open if you're going to throw the ball. 51-14. Fixing to get an extra point.
And he tacks on the extra point. Here's the drive summary brought to you by Pontiac.
Still got a long ways to go, a full quarter. Again, I'll try to run clock.
Jackson looks ready to kick this one off.
This should be a really strong kick.
Kicks it off.
He's going to return it, though.
Tatum fields it in the end zone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good deal.
Guys, their last possession.
We'll go back to the 3-4.
Passing the ball.
Hey, if they ask me, I'd air it out some more.
Hey, I agree. Make them show you that they can stop it before you change things up.
I'm going to stay right here.
In the ace formation. Here's the give.
Good job, Al.
They'll bring him down.
He still got 5 yards, but we contained it.
Down there on the field.
Got another player hurt. Ten seconds. This may be the last play of the quarter.
It's second down.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get this off in time. Okay, fourth quarter.
Heading to the
Let's finish this thing strong.
well in hand. With the score, Hawaii 52, Nevada 14.
We can go back to quarters.
Second and 4. Ball on the 37-yard line. Nevada comes to the line, only one man in the backfield.
Ah, I got caught up on the block. Uh-oh, get a stop there.
Simeon with a takedown.
That's a good play call. Gets a 4-man front 7 or front 4. We can try cover 3. Let's do a little blitz.
It's first and 10. Ball right around
Robinson's
midfield.
coming back.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. They'll throw
Nope, ain't going to get around to that guy. Thankfully, he overthrew it.
They couldn't hook up on that one.
So that is what? 2nd and 10.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys play football, so maybe he should.
I want to try this fire, too. We're going to bring everybody and their brother.
10. Ball right around midfield.
See if somebody can get to him.
They shift
Let's do something like that. Halfback draw. Good coverage. So it's 3rd and long.
comes up with a good play to pull.
Going 5 wide. I got no choice to go cloud. I don't think I have the corners. Ooh, I guess I do. All right.
Down at 10. Ball on their own.
I guess we got enough bodies on the line or on defense to run whatever with our 2nd string.
Looking.
Ah, couldn't get to him in time. Wow, good throw.
His man. Inside the 30. So the only
Big play for them right there. Thankfully, their impact receiver hasn't got to do a whole lot today.
You're right,
I think he was on the receiving end of that big deep bomb, but that was it.
You gotta appreciate it when your players come out and perform. like
Perfect
these
throw.
guys are doing right now.
We can go back to quarters.
first and 10. They're threatening inside the 20. Nevada goes with the ace set here.
I thought they said they was going 4 wide. I guess not. Play action.
Across
Oh, they went back to that same play.
intercepted.
Went to that dig.
Knocked down.
This defense is very aggressive, and they swarm to the football. They're always.
Let's do another fire blitz of some sort. Let's go with fire 2 out of 4-3.
Second down and 10 to go. This is the 7th play of this drive. And this impact receiver is looking to make a play. He's in the zone.
Halfback draw. It's a good play call. Ooh, good play.
Miller brings him down. And that one goes for a
Draws are pretty good against his own blitzes.
Every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to.
I'm going to go 3-4.
Go to the air, my friend.
We're going to go with a 1 high.
ace backfield.
I think they're going to start running it.
Drops back to pass.
Nope.
Throws off his back foot.
Touchdown to their best player. And he injured his shoulder. That's not a good way to go, especially when you're down as big as they are.
Guys, but you never know. Sometimes those small injuries.
He's a good little wide receiver when he get the ball. They was able to shave off some time. At this point, I'm just kind of throwing whatever random defense we can, just to experiment on some things. I got to get used to the 3-4 formation, all of its plays. I just don't use it as much since now, again, next season, we should be fully prepared to run the 3-4 more often than not. We'll just get down. I feel like there's some plays I need to be calling that I don't normally call. Let's see. Let's do safety draw from under center. We're going zone. I think I may leave it as is. Go over here directly, pick up some yards.
So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
We can try.
The defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found.
We can do some pure switch, slot wheels,
It's second down and 8 to go.
zone dime.
Ball right around midfield.
I may run the ball here.
Brennan with
We can go to the right. I need to use a couple shotgun runs too, and not just those two all the time. Right guard got blown up.
and down he goes. 3 yards.
Slowed that play down a bit. It's 3rd and 5. We can go curl read.
3rd and 5 coming up.
Zone dime.
7-yard line.
I'll probably leave it as is.
6 DBs in the lineup.
We're going to do that. We're going to have a little center beater as well, just in case. Let that clock roll some. And I may go for this if I don't convert, because I want to extend the drive as best I can.
Back to pass. Short toss. And it's
Get the first down there. Stayed in bounds, too. Let's go back to gun spread. I haven't called slot seams in forever. As you can tell, it's a very deep play. It's just, there's a lot involved. It just takes a little while to get open. And my offensive line isn't the best in the world at doing this. But we're going to go to Larson here since they're going zone. I can bring this guy over. Get an extra blocker, perhaps. Good defense. I had to get the ball off quick. They blitzed their impact linebacker. You'll see him come through, knock Brennan down. 2nd and 10. Let's go corner strike. Another run and shoot staple. Again, just our offensive line. Can they handle it? But they're going zone. I got several zone options. We'll just play this safe and go over here. How many? Where are we? We're on the... We need 6 yards. Let's go with double cross. They're going man. I want to see if I can go to Rackley. Dang it. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was awful. That was all my fault. I couldn't find anybody. I should have threw it away. It doesn't really matter, though. The game's about over. We'll go quarters, and we'll try to wrap this thing up.
At the 23-yard line. Single set backfield.
I'll go right here. Control this guy. That's a good stop there by the defensive tackle. Let that clock slowly roll. We'll call this crash 2. What I may do is hit this B gap. Nope, they're not going to let me. That's a good stop, though. 3rd and 4. We give her a 4-3, bit of a break. We'll go here. Let's go quarters out of 4-3.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball on the 29. The defensive back's moving in closer.
Halfback draw. I swear. Out of the shotgun of all things. It never works for me, but they can get something out of it. I need to figure out why. It may be just it works decent against quarters. I'm not really sure.
1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Player of the game, Allen Jones. 3 tackles, interception, and a touchdown, which I think is interesting. Oops, I didn't mean to jump there. Good defense, though. 2nd and 10. We'll call another zone blitz.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. And this is the 5th play of the current drive. The D-line shifts over.
Let's see if I can get around this guy.
Back to pass.
There we go.
Under heavy pressure. Nevada.
And they got a quarterback. I'm pretty sure he's their backup, if I'm not mistaken. 3rd and 15. Our weakest position, our weakest unit is our defensive line. I was thinking it was going to be our secondary, but we got pretty decent corners that tend to make plays. So it's 4th and 13. Are they going to punt this? Yeah, they're going to go ahead and punt it. We'll go double curls, or double cross, I should say. Once we get the ball, we'll probably take a knee and end this thing.
It's off, and it is a dandy.
On the 13, I'm assuming they will not call a timeout on this.
At the 13. And he takes a knee.
I could have got Rolovich in there, but, you know, the biggest reason why I started this dynasty was for that number 15 right there, Colt Brennan. I wanted him, you know, do it for him. He passed away this year. And I want to see if I could turn Hawaii into a powerhouse, and I'm getting there slowly. So he's the reason why I'm doing all this stuff, and it's been very enjoyable so far. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable if we can get to the Pac-10.
There's the kneel down by the quarterback. And they'll go with the
Okay,
huddle.
good game. Nice bounce back win from the previous loss.
Nickel defense.
And let's look at some stats. 466 yards of total offense. Of course, we didn't run the ball enough for that to matter. We done a whole lot better job on third down in the second half. It was, what, 0 for 3 in the first half? Defense, turnovers is what killed Nevada. That's what kept them out of it altogether. Too many interceptions by them, or by us on them. I want to look at some individual stats. Gronk, 18 of 23, 2 touchdowns. He had the 1 pick. That was more my fault than his. But 330 yards. Cole had 111. He was 10 for 15. Good to see him get to throw the ball around a bit today. Receiving, Ferguson, Mullen, Davis, Bess, Oglevie. Rackley had a bad day. What was it, 2 games ago? He had 250-something yards receiving. Only had 5 today. He just dropped about every ball I threw to him, especially on the deep ball stuff. Look at defense. Looks like nobody really stood out. A lot of people have the same stat line, same sacks, interceptions. It was just a spread the wealth type day for the defense. All right, let's go ahead and simulate this week, and we'll see if we can pick up that commitment. I'm hoping we can. We need to, so we can use those points elsewhere. Let's simulate the week. We'll speed it up a bit. If the cornerback will commit, then we can use those 18 points, spread them out a little bit better. We're pretty much at the top spot for everybody at this point, but as you can tell, he still doesn't want to commit. So we'll go back and look at recruiting, and he's still sitting right there. I don't know. Hopefully he's already visited USC, but we may not end up getting him. USC may just go over the top of us on him. We are, with this guard, we're technically tied for first. Same with this guard. At least we got an official visit set up for the halfback. We'll have him come from Utah State, which is this week. And he wants to be part of the football tradition, so that's program prestige. We'll leave that as is. We're in good shape for this center corner. Maybe this is the corner we'll get. Program's prestige. So we'll keep that there. And look at that. The defensive tackle finally narrowed it down to his top 5. So it kind of, I have to maybe decide if I want to drop somebody at this point, because we're still in good shape for everybody. It's not like we got a negative pitch on a couple of these guys, but we may not end up getting either one of the guards. So I kind of have to decide which one do I want. So that's something for me to think about. Like, this guy's got better squat numbers than this guy, but this guy's got better bench numbers. He's a bigger, in terms of least of weight. But I want all of them. It'd be cool if I can get all of them. This may be the only corner we get, and I know this defensive tackle, we may eventually get the guy. I'm not really sure, but we're still, I guess, in decent shape for all of them. And if you notice, the 2 guys that are going to visit for the next game, we're only putting 12 points into them. And we have a very good chance of getting both. So hopefully we can take care of business in the next game, which will be against Utah State. They've lost 3 in a row. We should have no problems here. They run the ball extremely well, though. If they got a couple impact guys back there, then we may be in for a long day. We'll see what happens. Now, before we leave, I want to check the conference standings for the few people who are still here. Fresno State, they're still 5-1. I didn't know. They got Boise State. If Boise State can beat them, we're back in this thing. But hopefully that'll happen, and we can win our 3rd straight conference championship. So come on back. We'll take on Utah State, and I'll talk to you later.